It's on, Mac.
Okay.
Kick it off.
Right, shalom.
Shalom, Akim, shalom.
We're going to start off with source by giving all praise to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakah Kodash.
Right, double honors to Apostle Great Millstone, and honors to you both doing the work of the Most High truth and in sincerity. You know, a couple boats from a London camp. Go and get into it, see where the spirit leads. I was just speaking, before the camera turned on about, just the lewdness and the fact that this place is Babylon, right? Babylon meaning confusion, man, land of confusion, right? And that's all that you see when you open your eyes, you open the window, confusion. Switch on the television, confusion. Right? You have a conversation with someone not amongst the circle, confusion, man.
Yeah.
Right? So that's the spirit that is in this world, and that's one of the reasons why we yearn for the time when this is no longer the status quo. We yearn for our kingdom.
Yeah.
Which that's in what that's was it Peter's, right? Let's grab that real quick, unless you have something.
No, go on. I'll read something in a sec. Let's go on that.
It's 2 Peter 3:13. Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth, wherein dwelleth righteousness.
Yeah.
Because see, in our kingdom, right, what first and foremost, starting off with the elect, right, but Israel, we're gonna be a nation that's never gonna go off ever again in the kingdom, right? And as such, it's not gonna be like in this kingdom where you got the elites of Esau and then he just lets everyone do what the hell they want to do. No, we're gonna be like, look, man, this is righteousness, right? We hear of any wickedness going on, right? We're gonna be on it like sentinels, man.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. You've got some more on that.
Yeah. No, I was a point on that one.
I got something quickly.
Okay.
Because I've pulled this. And I've got things highlighted.
Okay.
So I got this one quickly. Proverbs 29:16. When the wicked are multiplied, transgressions increaseth, but the righteous shall see their fall. Yeah, and because we was talking about
that one.
Yeah, this King James I've had it highlighted. I don't really use this one, but there's things that's highlighted from.
That's it.
But that's what we're living in, a wicked world. It's multiplied around us, and that's Babylon. That's what was kind of talking about. That everything that's around us is it says when the wicked are multiplied, transgression increases. So the wicked are basically multiplying, whether that's Esau, then you got 2/3 of our people, then you got like the heathens. They're just multiplying. Everyone's multiplying in this realm and doing wickedness.
Yeah.
That go on.
Because the scripture says, as the rule of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein. So like the 10th chapter. Yeah,
and that's Babylon, man.
Yeah.
That goes into all the confusion of this place, man. It's all the law's not upheld, so it's just transgressions, bro. You know, like the place is just straight confusion, bro.
Yeah.
You know, go ahead.
I got this. The points near the end. It says Malachi 1:4. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw it down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness. Right? It says, and the people against whom Yahweh hath indignation forever. Right? And why border of wickedness? Right? Because as the brother was just reading, where these Edomites are, wickedness follows.
Yeah.
Right? Look at the case of Afghanistan, man. Yeah. What was one of the first things they did, right, when America finally left Afghanistan? One of the first things they did, they tore down them women posters.
Yeah.
Right? They started, when you look at poppy production, fell after the Americans left.
Yeah, well, the Taliban have taken Afghanistan back, supposedly. And one of their first protocols is to cut down the poppy production, the drugs production, because a lot of like farmers, that was like, there's no, like some in Afghanistan, you got a lot of so-called drugs barons. They import drugs to the world, but really that begins with the white man. But a lot of them farmers didn't have any other avenue. The poor Afghans that had farms of poppies, they started importing to the world. So you got a lot of drugs barons like Afghans, but the Taliban started cutting that down. You know? And the funny thing is, I was talking to someone, an Afghani guy ages ago. It was a cab driver from Afghanistan, a young guy, but he was talking to me and he said to me, this is when America left, because they left a few years back. And he said to me, he was driving a white guy, and the white guy was telling him, I bet you love it in our country, basically. He was saying to him, the cab driver was telling me this. The white guy was telling him, I bet you love it in our country. Da-da-da. He said to him, well, excuse me, you are people have been in Afghanistan for the past 20 years, he said. And then he said, we come here to work, he said. But he said, you know, he goes, now my kids are being raised here. They will more than likely start to forget my ways. They're growing up under your ways, he told him. Do you get it? So it's like they'll tell you go and destroy our country. Now then people from foreign lands have to come here, and their generations down the line, their kids become degenerates of the West. Do you know what I'm saying? He kind of said that to me. I said, oh shit, I didn't ask him to say it. But that makes sense because America's goes to destroy lands, right? Bringing their philosophy, you know, and then we can even get that the wine. No, you read. You just made me think of things. Read that. Go on.
We'll finish the point. Okay.
Yeah, I was saying it like they go there, destroy places, and then the people come to these lands, and then now they have to follow the rules here, which is all totally corrupt. They can't even have their women under order here.
Well, that's one of the first things that goes. Eddie Murphy told us that however many decades ago. What have you done for me lately, Eddie?
Like you see Elam now, they do have their culture and their women on lock here, but they still have problems. Like a lot in England, there's a lot of honour killings because their women kind of get out of order here. Which they probably would think twice to do that back home. Do you get what I mean? Like
that happened. What do you call it in my family? Not the honour killing part, but basically had what do you call it? One of my aunties. She brought her kid over from my home country, right? But then the kid was what? She was growing up around these Edomite women. Right, and they were indoctrinating her. Right, you can do this. What? Your mum's saying you can't wear makeup, this, that, and the other, to the point where this little brat fucking put bleach in her mum's tea, man.
Trying to poison her.
Trying to poison mum because she wanted that, you know, she wanted to live the way of the West, whereas mum was like, you ain't living the way of the West.
Wow.
You know? This is Habakkuk 2.
That's what happens with
Go ahead, It says, also because he transgresseth by wine, right, which that wine is representative of our philosophies, right, which we've listed off a few, right, and in certain, and how does he do it, right? In certain countries, it's just straight go in there, you know, put our what do you call it? Put our doctrines in there. In other countries, it's by way of the media, right? Countries where you think, because what you call it, as we were speaking about before, you might find yourself a nice little Elam thing, but she'll be a damn feminist, man. Right? Why? Because that entertainment and all of that witchcraft has been. When the scripture says in Job 9:24, the earth was given into the hand of the wicked.
It means that.
It means it.
It
means it, man. There ain't no place on earth where you can get away from this devil, man.
Well, you know what? You said the media, because look, heathens now, when they think of Jake, they're thinking of everything Esau portrays to them.
Exactly.
Do you get what I'm trying to say? So they think of our people as wicked, evil demons and all that shit. So when they come here, they have that in their mind. So even like because on 2/3 of our people, they are wicked and evil. They go on wicked and evil. But like for example, we might go to an Elam spot that we've never been before. They're shocked at the way we deal or how we are, our conduct, our demeanour. They're like, even we've had that. We used to go to that one Mediterranean spot, you know, by Hornsey.
Right,
Remember? And then even the brother, that one of them said to Nate, like, yo, what your people like, referring to us. Nate, he said to Nate, like, you guys move different. Your people move different. Because they're used to these niggas running in there asking for hummus. Screaming. You know what I'm trying to say? But I'm saying that's the portrayal. And these guys are from here, But for the most part, those people from them lands have that portrayal of a Jake.
Exactly. Which that, well, and worse
because of the fucking Western medias and all that, the poisons, bro.
And it was, even as you're saying that, and you know, you can correct me if you disagree, but like even that's just a subset of the people that look like us. Because what about them Nigerians, man? Some of the smartest people in you know in the world, right? Them Nigerians.
Yeah, but you know the thing with Esau is that, you know, black encompasses everything. You know what I'm saying? It does no differentiation. Even among the tribes, there's where people of color, but there's differences. You know, of tribes and who you are and that. But Esau, see, that whole black shit has fucked the people's minds up.
But that's part of the wine that we're
Yeah, bro. Go ahead, because we're not. First of all, we're not black. We're different shades of brown. Just we range from darker to lighter shades. Some of our people even straight up look like so-called. Some people are straight up Negroes but look white. You know what I'm trying to say? They're not even got white people in their line. They're straight up Negroes, but they can just straight pass for white folks. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not even talking about two white parents or nothing. I'm talking about their Jake lineage, but they just look. You know what I'm saying? We're diverse.
Yep.
Then you got our people that will be even of the darker shades of brown.
Yeah.
So, but you see Esau, see that whole black thing. That.
Yeah.
So what you said about the Nigerians prospering and people, they will never. It doesn't matter. They're just still looked at as. You know what I'm trying to say?
That's one. Esau's the only one that can be an individual.
Yeah, bro.
When Jake does something bad, it's all Jake.
Yeah.
When Esau does something bad, oh, he had mental health issues. Look what they did with the news report. But in fact, let me speaking. Let me carry on with this slack here. It says, yea, also because he transgressed by wine, so his philosophies, right? He is a proud man, right? It says neither.
Yeah, by wine. Yeah.
Yep.
Wine. That's right. It's philosophy.
Yep. It says neither keepeth at home.
Western lifestyles, whoredom,
Yep.
ratchet behavior, and now you know that shit is so poisonous. Like, bro, everyone's like that. When I say ratchet, you know that following the Judite woman, right? Every bare women do that now.
Yeah.
White women do it. Iranian women do it over here because that's like the forefront of the Western culture.
Yeah.
Now it's like slag culture, like.
Yeah.
And they're all doing it.
OF culture.
Yeah. Yeah. OF. What's OF? OF is
Only
fan. Yeah. So they're all doing it.
Yeah.
Iranian women do it. Armenian women do it. Oh, hold a minute. One of the biggest head honchos of whoredom is Kim Kardashian.
Yeah.
She's a Jake from Armenia.
Yeah.
Everyone loves that spirit, big ass spirit and all that.
Yeah.
They all love that. That ratchet cult. They promote that.
Yeah. That's it. They promote it.
Yeah.
And then and
Kim
then,
Kardashian's like one of their gods.
Yeah, basically, they promote it, but and in the same breath, they demean any woman. They it's called trad wife, right? They demean a trad wife, i.e., a woman that just wants to take care of her man.
Yeah.
Right, which that's that philosophy, because Esau understand, because we got to understand this is that same spirit in the garden, man.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
he understands if you go to the woman, then you can navigate. You can completely fuck shit up, and then eventually that she can then take that to the man.
Yeah.
Right.
I've got something here, but after get Revelation 20. Not now. But I got something here after what you read here. Because we can talk about, because it's all about the lies.
Yeah.
Revelation 20. But but go on.
The point I was just going to make to finish it off was, what is the scripture saying? Well, I think maybe Timothy, so it says deal with her as unto the weaker vessel, right? I.e. the woman. The woman is the weaker vessel. So Esau knows you can go to the woman, right? That same serpent spirit knows you can go to the woman, right? And then indoctrinate and push those philosophies. And especially if the man is completely out the house, then what? She's just then gonna breed that to the children.
That's the man at the house is that child support and all that. Not child support. What's the one that they get, man? That they get in America and they kick all the black men at the house. All of that. Yeah. But the program is designed around getting the black man at the house.
Yeah.
But you see now that's backfiring because a lot of black men now, because you know what happens? You know this fucking place is evil because they'll get rid of the black man at the house, and then the thing that's pushed by Eve through Esau is black men ain't shit and all that, So that's that narrative. But then come to find out when you dig deeper, the whole reason why these women can get those payments is if let's say they have the children, then they have to get rid of the man at the house to keep getting those payments.
Yeah.
So it's the pact with the serpent. So it ain't the black man's fault because that's the whole narrative that's pushing the planet. Black men don't like their kids. They don't raise their kids. What kind of evil shit is that? But really, when you go to deep into think about it and get into it, it's really a program between Esau and Eve to have children but get rid of the man. We'll take care of the household. You know what I'm saying? But then guess what? Who gets the blame for it? The black man that didn't know for a long period of time what was really even going on. You get it? System's a trap, bro.
Yeah, everything that this man does is a trap, and that's why it talks about once again in Genesis it says the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field.
Yeah.
Right, and why is that? When you look at how he started bringing in all of these different policies, right? They sounded good. That's what Psalm 55:21.
Yeah.
They thought if you grab it.
So, yeah, I get it. It says Psalm 55:21.
21, words of his mouth.
Psalms 55, right? It says Psalms 55 and 21. It says, I'll read from 20.
Okay, come.
It says, he hath put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. He hath broken his covenant. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter.
That's it.
But war was in his heart.
That's it.
His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords.
And that's it, man. So he comes with this soft speak. This not, man. You get certain people that look at Biden and think,
what a good guy.
Same thing with Elizabeth. People looked at her, she was everyone's grandmother.
Yeah.
QE2.
Yeah, but they even man, you be seeing people like, cause you know the truth. You be seeing people saying, "Oh, Lizzie was, you know, Lizzie, she was such a beacon to this world."
Yeah.
A beacon of what?
Yeah.
Like the royal family are some of the biggest crooks on the planet. She really symbolizes blood.
Yeah.
Man, these people are crazy. Go ahead, right? But that's that witchcraft.
Yeah.
The Satan is an angel of light. So even the so-called white man's image for a long time has just he can do no wrong. But really he's the one doing all the wrong.
Yeah. Well, you talk about Jake as the thief, but Esau steals people.
Steals land, steals people.
Steals lands, people's everything.
And just because generations have gone by and these children today are not doing the same thing their foreparents did, so to speak, but you are guilty because they did it.
Yeah.
That's how you're in position. Now it's like I shit on you for 100 years, 400 years goes by, and then my kids don't do the same thing. When I say for 50 years or whatever it is, and then you know they're raised up above you because they have advantages, and then now they just think, oh, why do you act like that? Why do you behave like that? Why are you like they're so much better than you when they've just done all this? Their parents done all this dirt to get them to where they are.
Yeah, and
that's how they have their head start, bro.
Yeah, and Slug, but not only that, but let's not forget that that film Straight Outta Compton really helped, dramatize it. Jake didn't want that boogie music. At first, when it first came out, Jake was against it, man.
Sorry, go on.
As in like that whole gangster rap.
Yeah.
Jake weren't with it. Right, that film Straight Outta Compton showed you it. But who? Amalek.
Well, didn't Ice Cube come out recently and kind of even said that? He kind of even said that them narratives were pushed by those Jews and that, yeah? But look, even music, remember, all music stems back from like blues and slavery.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm trying to say? Slavery stems from harp music, blues music, which, blues music went back to like the old slave music, slavery music, Negro spirituals, Catching Hell. You know, like that blues. I don't know blues. Like I'm not into the music, but blues. Oh, I'm living in hell, I'm living in hell. So Jake, he's just wailing at the bar. That was what the music is, and they'll play a certain chords or whatever. But then see how it diverted from that. Then even see when you go into hip hop now, hip hop was really a form of that because it was oppression music. But it weren't none of this kill my people, sell. That was all
Esau
created.
Esau did that.
These demonic tones and all that.
Esau did that because let's be real. He understands that all he has to say is something is popping, and then what do people do? They follow. So if he's given these boogie music creators, right? The
just
awards,
checking the thing, yeah.
If he's given them,
is it? Yes, it's cool.
Still good. So,
if
he's giving them the awards, then people are going to be like,
I can see the camera. Go on, brother. So like you.
But let me just finish. So also because he Habakkuk 2 and 5. Also because he transgressed by one. He's a proud man. Neither keepeth at home.
I thought for a minute it's done the splitting thing or. Sorry, brother.
That's right. So he's a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as what? As death.
That's Esau.
Yeah.
You can't tell. You know what? Because it's funny because I was checking a lot of things out. Like I was just watching, I was watching sports stuff. Like, I was seeing a lot of things to do with like Australia and stuff. Australia, man, when I was really thinking about it, that's stolen land.
Yeah.
That's a huge land.
Yeah.
Australia. Because I was watching stuff to do with like cricket in Australia and things. And they're like, because they're like famous teams and stuff. But Australia's stolen. And a lot of, even Australia, a lot of Australian crackers, a lot of the deep things within the Edomite culture in Australia really goes back to them Japhites.
Yeah.
You know, like, because Esau, he'll steal shit and act like it's his.
Like it's his, yeah.
So even a lot of that even goes back to Japhet and like the outback people and a lot of their techniques of living outback, they learn from them Japhites. Just like the way Esau learned a lot of techniques from Gad and all that.
And then what did
Stolen.
Esau come and do? Come and commoditize it, like the Redskins, New York Redskins, right?
And they do the same with Australia.
Same with Australia.
Yeah, in Australia you got like the boomerang. Boomerang. That's really a Japhetic thing.
I'm assuming the Jew, man, that
the didgeridoo. That's Australian.
Is it?
It's Australian. No, it's Australian. It's Japhite.
Japhite,
It's like it. But Australia's their land.
Yeah.
What was their land.
Yeah.
But even things like what else did they have there? There's so much, bro. It's unreal, man. A lot of their culture's stolen. Even some of the lands are still named. Even some parts of Australia are still named what Japhet called it.
Yeah, Australia and New Zealand.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But Esau stole that all, bro. There was something else I was thinking about regarding that, but it's like, yeah, it's deep, man.
But it proves the scriptures, though. Right?
He's
a keepeth at home.
What the fuck is an Edomite doing in the New Zealand? And that's not just Australia, New Zealand too.
Yeah.
And those people just catch hell there. So to speak, which they're not our people, but our people are among them.
Yeah, you got our people among them. But ultimately, what does the scripture say? It says the world be created for our sakes, right? Which means not only the land and the things in the land and the animals, but the heathens too. The heathen, those are our heathens.
They're ours, bro.
This man's oppressing.
They're ours, bro. They belong to us.
You know.
They belong to us.
Yeah.
And guess what? We're going to oppress them for 1,000 years.
Yeah.
But guess what? They're going to be happy when we rule.
That's it.
Because there's going to be a level of fairness. This man just... He'll just leave you with nothing till you're barren.
Yeah.
To the point where you just basically... Your point of living just to die.
Yeah.
That's where he leaves you.
And that's why it says here, who enlarges the desires hell and desires death. Because the hell, the grave, right, people can keep dying. The grave don't care.
Esau will do all that, Luke. Salakia Aki. Esau does all that to then now promote what? Women's rights, lesbianism, freaks, creep shit. Yeah. And you're supposed to be down with that. Yeah. Nah, bro, I'm down with the old ways. The scriptural ways.
Exactly. Well, and which once again goes to show you how this man is. The script, in fact, fucking grab this real quick.
Go on. But he's whining, Luke. He's whining. He's stolen everyone's lands. You know what I mean? Now he's the greatest outlet. That devil, Steve Irwin. Remember Steve Irwin, the crocodile hunter? All of that, really, that shit goes back to like the indigenous people, the Japhites, the Gad. Even in America, you have like the Gator Boys. You had Gator Boys. They're like Reuben, and they're like, I don't know the depths of it, but you know they would like what you see is Steve Irwin used to leap on crocodiles. Reuben used to do that. They learned that from them Edomites over there. Learned that shit from the Gator Boys. They learned that from Reubenites. Because think about it, Reuben, the tribes had to go into the swamps. And these are not terrains normal beings can even function. The spirit's got to be with you. So you got to deal with crocodiles and all that. They're in the swamps.
And
so how are they doing that? That's why them Gator Boys really goes back to it. But Esau will make shows of it, like tough crackers, you know, with the gators and that. But that goes back to the tribe, bro. Stolen techniques.
So 2 Corinthians 11:14, and no marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light. Right? So as the brother was alluding to, here it is. He's the enemy of the world, right? Yeah. In fact, he is the enemy.
What did you call for after this? You called for something after this?
Oh no, we read it. We read it. Yeah. He is the enemy of the world. You call for Revelation 20, I think.
Yeah, we'll get it after.
He's the enemy of the world, right? But these times, right, now he basically puts himself as the savior of the world. Yeah. Right? You mentioned, you know, he's the one pushing the woman's lib or whatever. But read the Maccabees, right? Look what he's been doing look what he did to the Israelite woman, man. Right? Because she just wanted to circumcise her child. Right? Look at this man's history, right? Look, think about them Afghani women, man. He didn't care when he was dropping. You think them bombs cared whether it was a man or a woman they hit, man?
Come on, bro. All the murders. You see the 20 years of Great Britain, 20 years of Great Britain, right? Being in, it's still running, it's alright, 20 years of Great Britain and America. Can't. Well, you know, because but we still gotta check it because you know because it can be like that, but it won't be recorded. Yeah. It's alright. It's recorded. But look, 20 years of America being in England, America and England being in Afghanistan. What the fuck? That's 20 years of murder. Yeah. And I'm not even talking about just bombs on the ground level. We don't really because we've just lived cuddled up in cotton. Yeah. You don't know the horrors of what's going on the planet by this man.
Yep. And most things don't get reported. Right, you know they when they give you know with the whole Sound of Freedom film that came out or whatever, what have you, right? You know they'll throw out numbers about how many have been children of that's happened to, right? But we was at the camp was saying, but wait there, what about the children that get put into that situation? Then they grow up in that situation and then have children. Those children are never on record. They're never on record, right? And just same thing with countries where
yeah, they're never on record. They're just shunned.
Yeah.
Are you talking about like? Was you talking about?
No. It's
sorry,
like because he will say just as a number. 1,000. That happens to 1,000 children.
Yeah.
Right in a year, right? This is just throwing numbers, right?
As in what they left. Okay.
Because I don't want to say the word.
Oh yeah, the R thing.
Yeah. But the T word. The traffic.
Yeah.
Right. Get that happens. Pizzagate. Right. But then it's
Madeleine McCann.
Madeleine McCann.
They still put her on BBC now.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Alex.
Still looking for her, but there's this thing like Fritzl.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
Joseph Fritzl, that cracker from one of them, European countries there, right, Switzerland or one of them, right. He had his which was going hella off because it was his daughter, right. But he had her in captivity basically, and then he had children.
Yeah, I remember that.
But them children were never on record.
Yeah.
So if
did he have her locked up?
He had her locked up. Yeah. But them children were never on record, right? So then what if that house burnt down, they would have just said Fritzl and his daughter died, right? Not knowing that I think there were like 2 kids underneath there. And that's what this man does. If it's not on record, he won't even count it. In certain countries like Afghanistan, let's say there was no way to register a birth. How do you really know then how many people actually died? You don't.
Oh yeah, that's just all the Esau's so-called numbers he throws out there. Where bro, I won't be like we're talking about the hundreds of millions that got killed, man.
Yeah.
Remember the first night of Americans' invasion of Iraq? Yeah, it was like I think over 1 million people got killed.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I got a quick one, Luke. Okay. Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he?
Yeah, and that goes to show you the power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Because this is it. The Lord really has had mercy on us because He's taken that wool off of our eyes.
Oh, yeah,
when we look at this devil, we look at him like just
It's a piece of nobody.
He's a nobody.
The Lord's given us back like a royal.
Yeah.
The Spirit of the Lord gives you not say royal like because we're
but a ruling class.
He gives us a confidence.
Yeah, confidence.
The Spirit, that's right, a ruling class mentality, which is when you get a ruling class, you know you're without being proud, you're above these regular people.
Yeah.
The only fucked up shit is that we got to see our own people are fucked. We can't do nothing about that.
Yeah.
They ain't got the same spirit because they're not messing with the Spirit of the Lord.
Yeah.
They're in demon realm.
Yep.
You know? Yeah, man. Till the Lord fixes it. But the Lord gives us like a confidence.
Yeah. And Esau hates it because deep down...
And they know it. People know when these guys are something different with this guy. Yeah. They know it, man.
Yeah. That's why Esau will do the most. And it will be a regular Joe cracker at your job.
Yeah.
Right? He will do the most to keep you down because in his spirit...
He
knows something ain't right.
Yeah.
I'm not supposed to be in this position. You know.
But this guy, they know that this guy's got too much. Like this guy's, they know when they see an asleep Jake, and they can see someone that's a bit more woke.
Yep.
So cool. And we're not talking about fucking Egyptology woke, man. We're talking about through the Spirit of the Lord. It's a whole. The Scripture says your face shines. Even the heathen see that. The enemies of us see that.
Yep. Hey, and Esau loves a smiling Jake, man.
Yeah, Esau either loves you super cooning or loves to see you when when you like a drugged out.
Yeah.
That's walking around out of their mind.
Yeah.
But when you got like a firmness to you, they're not used to that.
Yep.
But that's the Lord, man. I got something.
Yeah.
But the earth is in their hands, bro. Blatantly. You can't say this earth ain't in the hands of the wicked. Because only the wicked will allow what's happening now in this world. This ain't no fucking righteous place, man. But then at the same time, this is why Esau's got to be punished because he's held the Bible, claiming all this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's done all this in the name of their plantation Christianity, white Christianity.
That's it.
Because with white Christianity, you can come as you are. You can eat abominations with white Christianity. You know, you
can be a straight up Mo.
You can be a straight up Mo. You can be a woman priest. You know, their white Christianity will allow you to do that, Luke. You know, and you won't be chastised for it.
Yep.
So-called white Christianity, which is slavery Christianity. Bullshit. Lies, man.
Plantation Christianity.
I got something. This is Daniel 4:17. This matter is by the decree of the watchers and a demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and setteth up over it the basis of men.
Yeah. So whoever the Most High wills, man. Right. So when we look at Esau, we gotta remember what it was, what Job said of this man in Job the 30th chapter. Right, that he was driven forth from among men.
Yeah, the dark nations didn't want him.
No,
you speak.
No, you got it.
You speak.
They were saying, yeah, he was driven forth from among men. Right, the dark nation, they didn't want him around, man. Right, but then the Most High did what? He cleaned him up, washed him up, put him in, and given him this society, which everyone thinks is oh so great. Right, but this is the basis of men that we're dealing with, which is why when man you be watching some like what's happening in the States, man, where you've got like defense people. Here it is, it's your defense minister or whatever, right? People in your military that are dudes and they're in women's clothing. Right, I'm just like, right, the heathen nation, look, the other heathen nation will be looking at this man like, yo.
Well, they're passing more and more laws to even like protect them, like in the army.
Yeah, I was watching Apostle Tahar's video. It was going into that.
Yeah. Speak on it.
But no,
I ain't seen it.
Okay, but he was going into that. Yeah. Right, how like basically
more
you go
laws.
to the military, you can be what do you call it? You know, they'll pay for your for plumbing change and this, that, and the other.
They're paying for it.
Yeah, and then like different rules as to like who can go into combat and everything.
Yeah.
Right, and it's just complete madness, man. But this is the man, right, that won't, he doesn't even want to deal with women, right?
Yeah.
But this is the man that is ruling the world right now. This is the man that the Lord has given, but he just once again goes to show the power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai.
Yeah.
Right? Because even even then, in that, I believe it's that in that same chapter, I believe that's Nebuchadnezzar.
Yeah. Do you want me to read it?
I mean that's pretty much part. I believe it was Nebuchadnezzar saying it because Nebuchadnezzar the Lord had just brought him low.
Yeah.
Right. So he's there lamenting
That's
like,
it.
oh damn, yo, the Most High's got power, right? But this is the pride of Esau, as we read in Habakkuk the 2nd chapter, right? His pride is such that he can't see that it's the Most High. Right? Rather he can, but he doesn't want to, he doesn't want to push that energy out there, man. He thinks he can, overcome the Lord, but that's why one of my favorite precepts. Right, Ezekiel 28:9, where it says, will thou say, but to him that slayeth thee, I am a God? It says, no, but thou shalt be in a man, right, in the hand of him that slayeth thee, man. Whereas the Lord is going to remind this devil that he's just a puny ass devil, man.
I got a precept, right?
Can.
This is Ecclesiastes. That's why the Lord's raised him up, so then he shows his power.
Yeah. Oh,
and you know what? You got to always remember, because you was making me think when you was talking. You made me think about something. Like you might see all these heathens, Elam, Moab, whatever, yeah? Esau's lower than all of them.
Yeah.
We can't get it twisted just because he's exalted now, whatever. Like he can get a shave. He's got the